everyone, here I am again to help you out with a situation that a lot of people around us face, and that is all about the office English speaking, right? So basically, will it be clear to the other person? Will we sound confident with that? And won't it be harmful for us? In any cases, I hope you understand what I mean to tell, right? So these are some concerns that arise in our minds whenever we think about being professional in our office premises. So today we are going to have a discussion sort of thing for this particular thing only, right? So today I'll be discussing 6 sincere points with you all that will definitely help you to move out through this crisis. Fine? So first of all, the first and foremost thing that I would like to share with you is that don't panic. Don't put on that panic button mode, right? Don't panic. Just work according to the environment that your own office supports. It isn't necessary that the office you're working in strictly follows the English speaking rule. You need to calm yourself down at first, and then you need to absorb the environment that is actually around you in your office premises. Then you need to act according to it. Okay, so now let us jump to the first point. So the first point is that you need to keep your sentences small and simple. You need to be clear and precise. Do you also think that being or having an advanced vocab is really a solution to any sort of problem? No man, that's not. You need to keep your words simple and understandable. Suppose you might have learned something really new and fascinating, the other person may not know it. So it can definitely make up a havoc situation for you and throw you definitely in an unwanted situation, right? So to avoid such things, please keep in mind to keep your sentences as simple and clear as possible. I'll definitely share an example with you right now. For example, someone is asking for your opinion over any decision, right? So instead of saying like, yeah, I actually think that this would be fine that you choose this option, we should definitely avoid all this nonsense. We should be cut to precise about saying like, see, in my opinion, I think this is the better decision. See, so simple and clear. I think you should talk like this. You will be simple. You won't need to create any havoc for yourself as well as for the other one, and you will definitely sound more confident with this. Now, let us come to the second point that a lot of people ignore, and then they sound rude to others, because this point is all about being polite and professional to others. Just adding a please won't make you down in front of anyone else, right? So as we usually say, could you, would you, so we should definitely add a please with it. It would not harm you at all, but yes, it will definitely help you to do or to help out with others, right? We can do this surely. Now, just for asking for help or whenever we are talking normally, this is quite easy, right? But the most difficult part arises when we have to disagree with someone, that too at a professional setting, in a meeting room, in a meeting that is currently going on. How would you do that? How would you be polite and disagree at the same moment, right? That is a great question. So you can do this by saying everything that you want to, but in a polite tone with some polite words. Like, you could say that, yeah, I partially agree with you. You won't say I disagree with you. You would say I partially agree with you. You may also say that yes, I see your point, but we can do this or that, right? Or you may also say that I have a slightly different opinion, right? These are things you can do whenever you need to disagree with the point. So this was about the second point. Okay guys, now coming to the third point. So the third point is also about the vocab thing. You won't be saying wanna, gonna, tryna, all these things. These are absolute casual words. Strictly avoid speaking them in your office premises or to any of your colleagues, right? Instead of these, what you will be saying, I want to, or either I'm going to, or you may say I want to try this out. Okay, you will definitely keep all your words quite professional. This will add a polish to your sentences, definitely. This was about the third point. Now let us get to the fourth. Now the fourth point is about to improve your pronunciation. See, in the first point I told you about keeping your sentences simple and clear, right? So to make them simple and clear, you need to pronounce each and every word very clearly, right? So it won't be creating any sort of misunderstanding among you and your team, right? So we should definitely keep it in our mind. For having clarity in your pronunciations, I have a tip for you. You can definitely try speaking some tongue twisters that will be shortly available on my channel. You can see them in the shorts. Okay, so this was about the fourth point. Now let us come to the fifth point. Okay, so now we are going to learn about some office friendly phrases or words. The basic meaning of these phrases is not something very new. This is something very common that almost everyone should know, but they don't ponder about it at all. That's why we are sitting here discussing about it, right? So let us start discussing about this. This is all about that your order should never sound like an order. You are giving an order, but it should not sound like that. Then what should it sound like? It should sound like a request. Are you understanding my point? That even if someone is working under you, you must be requesting that person to work something out for you, not ordering that person. For example, you need to do this, you need to make this report. What is this? This is not the right way. What you would say? Would you please make this report for me by the morning? Right? The person would definitely and happily agree with you. Right? So this was about the fifth point. Now let us come to the last point. Now coming to the last point, that is the concluding point, and that is about confidence. And what do I mean by confidence over here? That is the eye contact. See, whatever you say, however you say, one thing that matters surely is your eye contact, right? And also the confidence gets shown by the clarity of your words, right? As I discussed even earlier. And for further more references, you should definitely observe the people that are on senior positions than that of yours, like your HRs, your CEO, how they speak, how they talk, how they instruct people to do things, right? You can definitely get some sort of inspiration from over there. If you really have some more doubts about the same thing, about the office talking issues, you can definitely comment on my video. I'll make sure to solve all your doubts. Now for more videos, don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't forget to like, comment and share my video. Soon I'll meet you in a new video. तब तक के लिए bye bye.